Hello everyone, you're in the office with Joseph Skoda. Joseph Skoda! Some people say I have a funny looking face, or more importantly, I have a good face for radio. What does that mean, good face for radio? Am I scary? Do I frighten young children? Well, we're going to talk a little bit about today about what are you afraid of? What frightens you? What are you scared of? You know what I mean. Maybe jumping out of airplanes, and rightfully understood. Afraid to jump out of a perfectly good airplane for your own enjoyment. I did that when I was 18, but that was many, many years ago when I didn't have too many brain cells up here. I probably have less brain cells today, but I have more confidence at that particular time. A lot of us are afraid of everything around us. We're so sensitive. That person touched me. This person looked at me funny. It might rain today. In California, it's a big deal. It might rain or let alone snow. We're afraid of that. Why are we afraid of everything? Hey, I understand if somebody has a knife to your throat, you might be a little afraid and tell them everything you know. Stick it to your name, rank, and serial number. Name, rank, and serial number, I tell you, very important. But we're so afraid. We're afraid someone might offend us. We're afraid someone may not believe in our religion or even our political views. So what? Who cares? We don't have to agree on everything. We don't have to see eye to eye on every issue. But damn it, we better respect each other. So when we're afraid of ourselves mostly. We're afraid of how we're going to react to a situation. Or maybe what someone's going to think of us. What happens if you're a Democrat and suddenly turn into Republican values? Your friends and family may disown you? Then they're not your friends and family to begin with. Well, I'll take that back. Family's family. Good, the bad, the ugly. But darn it, you and I have to have a mind of our own. Mind of our own. And stop being afraid of everything around us. Try that bacon sandwich or that pork. And I know some religions, you're not supposed to eat pork or unclean animals. And I can respect that. That's fine. Don't let anyone force you to eat pork or meat or even drink or smoke something that you don't feel right about. Don't let anyone force you. But don't be afraid. You know, hey, a lot of people wear funny hats. Oh, the tassel in your eyes. Don't be afraid of guys with funny hats. You could be working Shriners, which is real important, helping out young children and different issues they have. A lot of it's cancer or even clowns at the circus. Now, hey, a lot of us are afraid of clowns, but don't be afraid of this. This happens to be a hat because I'm a National Order of Trench Rat. Used to be part of the Disabled American Veterans Auxiliary unit that we have, but now we're our own entity. But don't be afraid of someone with a crazy looking hat. Don't be afraid of someone with a knife. You might want to be afraid. But what about a gavel? What about a judge? What about going to court because you're being stupid? And the judge looking at you in the eye trying to figure you out and say, yo, Mr. Skoda, why did you steal that purse? Right, now I didn't steal a purse, but just for example, why did you steal that purse? I said, well, Your Honor, that purse belonged to my mother and someone stole from her and I went to steal it back. If you're in the right, if you believe you're in the right, defend your rights. Stand up for your rights. Don't tell anyone no. But, respect authority. Respect the cop. He's going to arrest you, read you your Miranda rights. Respect the court system. Don't be stupid. Even if you are right, don't be stupid and challenge everyone around you. Come on, the whole idea is to come out ahead and have them apologize to you, and maybe you can even win some money if you're in the right and they're in the wrong. But you and I know there's no guarantees in life. So what are you afraid of? Are you afraid of driving a sports car for the first time, going fast around the corner? Are you afraid of applying for a job that you're not sure you're qualified for? I'm going to tell you, take chances in life. Whatever it is, if someone offers you an opportunity to speak at a big event, go to Toastmasters Club and learn how to speak in front of people. Get some help, mentorship, help you do podcasts, whatever it is. But step up to the challenge. Step up to the challenge. That's your obligation to be all that you can be. Come on, we can be afraid of a lot of things. Be afraid to walk outside of our door and get hit by a truck, a gun shooting at us, something falling out of the sky and knocking us in the head. We cannot live our life in fear. Now, sure, if we have youngsters at home and we live in a busy city or where there's a lot of traffic, sure, we can be afraid of that. And we need to do the best precautions we can to protect our family and our friends and our neighbors. And a lot of it's us. We can't be stupid. We don't need to be speeding through residential neighborhoods, or we do not need to be speeding anyways. Now, too many of us just take advantage of everything around us. Hey, I got this great car. I'm going to go boom, boom, boom and have some fun. And you should be afraid of the po-po, the police, because when we're breaking the law, and I know some laws, there might be a gray area, or maybe we don't believe in that particular law, but it's the law. And there are certain ways that we can fight it. We can try to get things changed. But while this is the law, like for many years, you couldn't smoke marijuana. Even in California, the whole United States, it was against the law. And now you can in certain areas. Before it's medical cards, but now you can more liberal to it. But it doesn't mean you can smoke marijuana and drive. It doesn't mean you can smoke in front of your children. It doesn't mean you can smoke a joint or walking down the street in front of people. There's a time and place for everything, right? 21 to drink alcohol. You don't drink and drive. And if you do, you need to pay the consequences. You smoke drugs and drive, pay the consequences. Do any kind of drugs, pay the consequences. Cause some harm to other people, physically, emotionally, even spiritually harming someone else. We all need to pay the consequences. Now, we know there are innocent people that go to jail probably on a regular basis. And unfortunately, some spend many, many years in prison or have even been put to death for innocence. Sadly, it has happened in the past and probably currently is around the world. But there are many, many other people who never get caught, who get away with murder, as they say. People who never have to be accountable for their actions. Now, you and I, we know people that have stolen something or were dishonest here or maybe voted 2 or 3 times more than they should have in an election. We all know someone like that. And it's our obligation, even if it's a loved one, to call them out. Because if we're not fair to each other, who are we going to trust? Who are we going to trust? We have this disappointment world. We don't trust anyone. And we're afraid to take chances because someone might call us out. You want to be smarter? Read. You want to learn a new skill? Go to school. It doesn't have to be a college or university. Go to a vocational school. Or learn how to use a camera. Learn how to blog. Or like me, being an entrepreneur, look me up and find out what I'm doing for marketing and the different business ventures I'm involved with. I made a lot of mistakes in my life. I've been called out on a lot of stupid actions I've done in my life. And that's okay. Once we go through our bitterness, our own pity party, we have to, dust ourselves off, lace our shoes back up, and get back out there. Stop being afraid of offending people. But be honest and do your own research. And don't offend just to offend. But be right in your actions. Be responsible and say, darn it, this is what I know. This is what I've learned. And I can't let anyone take it away from me. I have my own belief, my own value system, and sometimes it can change as we learn more. A lot of us think a certain way, like Superman's a man of steel and he's real, until we get in the real world and find out there's no real Superman. There's probably more super women in this world, or Wonder Women, than there are men, and we need to acknowledge that. Every one of us has a special, unique quality we need to acknowledge and stop putting one another down. My point today is stop being afraid of your own shadow. Stop being afraid of taking chances. And don't be in it to please other people. We need to do what's right by what we believe is right. And if we're wrong, we need to adjust as necessary to be in the right again. Whatever it is, respect each other. Love one another. Ask for advice. And don't be an idiot. But don't be afraid to offend someone if you're in the right, because this society is way too sensitive on too many issues. And America, and probably a lot of the world, is falling apart because we're losing a value system because someone said you need to be sensitive to my issues. You need to see the world the way I see it. You need to believe in what? That's a bunch of bull, and don't fall into that. You have your own value system. Don't let someone steer you in something that doesn't make any sense. Or worse yet, something you don't believe in. Even if it's your own family member saying, well, you just need to love me, respect me because, yeah, I'll love you, I'll respect you, but don't you dare ask me to change my value system, even if you're a loving family member. We should all be in this together. Respect needs to be a two-way street, but don't be afraid to take chances. This has been In the Office with Joseph Skoda. You have yourself a great day. Hey, trust me, life can be better if you choose to be happy. Bye now.